Good morning and welcome to Transwest Truck Trailer RV of Frederick. My name is Callie Say and I'm here at Transwest in Horse Trailer Sales. For those of you that are just tuning in, we usually have a very large selection of new and used inventory here on the lot. With today's demand, things have been a little bit harder to find a trailer, so having one that's available here on the lot, built, ready to roll down the road, is something that's kind of rare these days. This is a trailer that is sitting here in front of us. You don't have to wait 4 months for it to be built. You don't have to deal with the price increases, price surcharges that are happening on materials right now. So for those of you that are looking for more of a weekender type, very nice little show rig, this is a great trailer. This trailer is actually a 2019 Logan Coach Riot 4-horse gooseneck. It was traded in on a big living quarters. So as you can see, it's hardly been used, but they decided they were ready for a bit of an upgrade. They wanted the full amenities, so we were lucky enough to get this one in on trade. As you can see, it's got a lot of tack storage. It's got this somewhat finished front dressing room. So you can easily, there's a mattress up in the nose already. You don't even have to go get one, it's already there. You've got your AC unit, you've got more of a paneled finished interior, but you don't sacrifice any tack space on this trailer. You've got a 5-foot mid tack, lots of horse area, great little trailer for those of you that are either downsizing from a big LQ or maybe wanting a step up trailer before you go full out on the LQ. So this trailer is 7,260 pounds empty. So it's still pretty easy to hook on to most trucks, drive down the road. You're not getting into the high teens that you are with a lot of living quarters. So it's a lot more maneuverable. You're only 26 feet on the floor. On these Riots, the standard width is a little bit wider. So instead of your standard 6'9" wide, you're actually 7'3" wide on these trailers. They just went with 7 tall. They didn't have any monster horses. So it's just a really nice sized trailer to pull around. So right up here, first thing you'll notice is they've got these charcoal metallic nose sheets, or sheets all over the trailer. This charcoal metallic is a very popular color. Looks good behind almost every truck. Has a nice sparkle in it in the sunshine. The nice thing about a Logan is that they have lots of different options for colors. And unless there's some sort of weird price surcharge in effect, if they're having trouble getting a hold of sheets, then you don't have an upcharge for colors. So if you want white, stone matte, silver, charcoal metallic, they're all part of the standard line. So you're not going to pay extra just because you want a different colored trailer. Another thing you'll notice on this trailer, you've got the Vortex lining on it. So those of you that have had a pickup truck and have had the bed lined, it's very similar to that. Same concept. We want to protect the exterior of this trailer. It's a galvanized steel frame with aluminum sheeting. So this galvanized steel, this Vortex protects it from any rock chips or anything like that. Keeps it looking good for a really long time to come. So if you're rolling down the road in this trailer in about 5 to 10 years, this coating is really going to help protect and make this trailer look new. All right, so under here, since we do have more of a finished interior on this, we decided to go with a battery on this trailer with a battery disconnect. You can operate the lights and everything on this trailer without being hooked up to your truck. The nice thing about that is that we also have this battery disconnect. So if you do accidentally leave something on, there's a lot of doors and windows on this trailer. It's probably hard to do a full check of everything every time. So to make sure that your battery doesn't run dead, there's an easy on-off switch on this trailer that you could just utilize. You've got your spare up front. They opted for a crank jack. Like we discussed, this trailer is only 7,200 pounds empty. So it's not an incredibly heavy trailer to jack up and down. But if you do want to put an electric over hydraulic jack on this trailer, that's something that's easily accomplished through our shop. But also you've already got your battery, so you're halfway there. Easy upgrade. Logan, on their goosenecks, they do this really nice little feature on everything where they put a little LED light under here. The light switch is hard to find just because it's a black light switch on this black vortex lining. But the really nice thing is if you're hooking up at night and you want to see kind of what's behind you, light up the back of this trailer, especially since you're pretty much all black, it throws a lot of nice light out there, makes it just a little bit easier to see so that you're not having to worry about hitting the back of your trailer or the front of your trailer while you're backing up. Alrighty, so this is your finished front dressing room. Since you're 7'3" wide, you've got plenty of running board here to step up and down into this trailer. This is a 4'3" mid kind of front dressing room on this for the short wall. As I mentioned, this is more of their finished interior, so they do a panel and insulate with this wallboard. Just kind of really pretty, easy to clean. You've got this marine grade carpet. This is got nice, easy to clean. If you spill water or something on it, it's easy to soak up. You don't have to worry about it sitting in here for a long time and mildewing and getting musty. You've got two windows up in the nose if you want to open those for a little extra ventilation. This is a panel and insulate, so you're going to stay a little bit cooler or warmer depending on the time of year. That insulation just helps keep it a little more temperate in here, so you're not dealing with that highs and lows. Logan's are aluminum sheeted roofs, so if we didn't have that panel and insulate, it would probably get pretty warm up there in the summertime and transfer a lot of cold through in the winter. Right here, you do have your Dometic AC unit, so you just have to be connected to shore power or a generator. Those portable Awnings, we sell them here. They're portable Awning 4,500 watt generator. They're super popular. We actually use one on our video trailers, and they're easy to get around. Somebody that's strong can easily pick them up, put them in the bed of their pickup. I need a helper on it, but I'm not the best judge of character on that one. But the nice thing is this allows you to stay a little bit warmer or cooler. It's got a heat strip in it. Heat strips really only work well above 40 degrees, but you do have some outlets in this trailer, kind of over in the nose area. So if you did need to plug in something, you could probably warm yourself up pretty easily. This is not a huge area to have to heat and cool, but it's really nice that it's not just prepped for an AC, one is actually sitting on there. So in today's world with the issue of parts and everything, it is really nice to have one that's already ready to roll. They went ahead and did some bridal hooks in here on each wall. Bridal hooks aren't just for bridals. It's nice to be able to hang your coats and your bags, jackets, all of that up here. This is, like I said, if you want, you can keep this kind of your horse-free area. You don't have to bring your saddle pads and everything in here. You've got a nice big mid-tack right on the other side of this wall that you can use for that. The other nice thing about this trailer is if it is pretty nice outside and you want some nice breeze going through, this one has a nice little sliding screen door on it. The biggest thing you want to make sure is if you have any dogs, a lot of times it's really hard for them to see these screen doors, so they will try and run right through it, which you really don't want to happen. So, but it is so nice to be able to have a lot more airflow without having to worry about all the bugs getting into your trailer, so you're not swatting mosquitoes all night. So here we're going to move on to our 5-foot mid-tack. This is really set up for somebody that has a lot of tack, or maybe they're multi-discipline. So say you're hauling 4 horses and you need 2 saddles per horse, you easily have accomplished that. You've got 4-tier blanket bars on each side of the trailer. We'll rock around on the other side and kind of show you. But basically this kind of mirrors each other. So if you want 2 people to tack up over here and 2 people to tack over there, you've got 4-tier saddle racks, 4-tier blanket bars, really easy to use. They're on nice little shocks here, so they go in nice and easy. You don't have to fight them. You don't have to worry about them come swinging out at you when you arrive at your destination. There's no like pin you have to unhook. I always hate the trailers that have a pin that you literally have to crawl around all your stuff in order to unlatch your trailer. So this is really set up nicely for this occasion. In this mid-tack, you'll notice you have the LED lights in here. They're each on separate switches, but you've also got the master switches on either side here, so you can easily turn them on and off, or just turn one on, turn one off, depending on what your light situation is. This wall is carpeted on each side, so behind your bridal hooks, your animals are right on the other side of this wall, so we want it to be a little bit quieter. We don't want your bits swinging back and forth and banging on this wall. So we try and do our best to make these as comfortable for the horses as possible as they're traveling. So bridal hooks on each side. You can bring every bridle you own and just keep it in this trailer. If you're like me and you don't like unloading and reloading your trailer, there's a good chance you could just use this as your tack room and you'd have everything you need all the time. Got a nice little clothes rod up here. You can hang your show shirts, hang your jackets, anything like that. If you don't want to keep them in there, everybody always needs some extra storage to hang things. So just a nice little clothes rod right there. This one doesn't have a water tank on it. There's two nice corners that you could put one in. So if that's the holdup on this trailer, we can make it happen. Got 4 nice tie rings on the sides of these each side of these trailers. These tie rings are meant to break, so if you have a horse that really wants to get away from the side of this trailer, it's going to break this versus hurting your horse or hurting the trailer. We usually keep quite a few of these in stock, so if you've had a horse that's broken one of your tie rings, give our parts department a call and they can hook you up with some new ones. We've got the extruded aluminum sides on these. I really like the upgrades for the Riots over the Bullseyes. The Bullseyes are an excellent mid-level trailer, but these side extrusions are just so much more heavy duty than the corrugated side sheets. So the Riots are really nice in that you get to pick your upgrades, so as long as the engineers sign off on it and they have the availability, they can usually make a lot of things happen on these trailers. If you wanted to go 8 wide, 8 tall, if you wanted all of them to be stud dividers, you can do it on a Riot. So the Riots kind of give you the option to make this trailer exactly how you want it. Right here you do have 2 exterior awning lights. Those awning lights are really nice. They throw out a lot of nice light without having the pedestals type that can rip off if you go through like a tree branch or something. So you can easily see everything as you're tacking up at night. Once again, they're LED, so they're gonna be a lot more energy efficient, throw off a lot more light, and last longer. Right here, we do have just the steel wheels on this trailer. She didn't feel like it was necessary to upgrade to the aluminum wheels. She was fine with just the steel. One of the nice things about about tires is that we know when they are produced. So if we ever ask you on a trade value to get us the DOT code, we are looking for 4 digits here. This one was produced in the 12th week of 2019. So on our used trailers, we want all of the tires to have good even wear and tear, have plenty of tread left, and be within 5 years from their date of production. So if we ask you for this DOT code, we want to know how old your tires are. We want to make sure they're all matching, because if not, we're going to put a new set of tires on it. I feel like almost anybody, if they were to pick up a trailer, they would want good running gear underneath their trailer. They'd want to make sure that they're not going to have to deal with a blowout or anything right off the bat. Transwest does a really good job going through their used trailers. Every used trailer is put on the alignment machine. We check the tires, we take it to the acid wash. There's a checklist that our techs have to go through for safety and cosmetics. Some of the cosmetic stuff we won't touch. I mean, if we did everything on these trailers, you would rival the price of a new one. But all the safety things will be addressed, so brakes, bearings, electrical. And if we have some extra room in the budget, we'll touch on some of the cosmetic stuff as well. So our trailers, our used trailers are ready to roll down the road. I guarantee they're the best used trailers out there. So yeah. We've got bus windows here on the hip side. These bus windows are not those tiny little windows on the old trailers. You've got huge amounts of airflow that you can let into these trailers. So if you're worried about not having enough airflow on this trailer, you've got quite a bit of it. If you want, on these Riot models, you can do drop downs every drop down, or you can do them every other. So like I said, these are custom built trailers. We can make modifications, but for those of you that want a trailer that's ready to roll, this one's here and built. All right, so you've got the nice 50-50 doors on the rear here. You've got another awning light back here just to splash some light in so your horses can see this step up if you're trying to load them at night. Vortex lining, once again, all the way around on the interior. It just holds up really well to horses that are a little bit rough on trailers. You've got this little head pad right here so nobody bonks. If they do bonk their head, they're a little bit more protected. Also, it gives them something to kind of duck for, so maybe they'll skim this, but they won't hit the actual top of the trailer there. This is their Logan's Premier floor. So it is a whiz-proof floor with sure grip. What that means is you've actually got aluminum slats running down this trailer. We usually have on the rear door, yep, right here, an example of what it looks like underneath so you don't have to crawl under there. But essentially you've got these heavy-duty extruded aluminum floor slats, and they're slanted right here. So all the urine can actually drain through this sure grip flooring and right through these slats, so that you don't have to use shavings if you don't want to. The air will come up through the floor and give your horses a little bit more ventilation. It'll also dry out the manure, so when you go to pick out your trailer, it's already a lot drier. You're not scooping heavy wet manure. This floor, if we were to throw a 5-gallon bucket of water on it, the water would just go out almost immediately. Everybody loves this floor. The lady that traded in this trailer, she bought another Logan. I've had people that say there's a lot of other good brands out there, but they'll never buy another trailer without this type of floor in it, just for the maintenance. You're not having to deal with rubber mats. No matter how tight we fit a rubber mat on a trailer, there's always going to be some slippage. Over time, they'll kind of curl and warp. And those horses, as you're going down the road, they're feeling those inconsistencies. They're feeling the floor kind of move underneath them. So by having something that is troweled in here, or it is in here, you're not going to have any movement on it. Your horses are going to feel a little more secure about where their foot placement is. They're not going to feel like they've got any slipping going on underneath them. It also is a little bit more cushioned than mats. It'll take out some of those micro vibrations going down the road, so you're going to have your horses be a little bit more comfortable riding in this trailer. On this first stall, I've got everything clipped back here, but like on every trailer, the best place for these dividers to ride is actually clipped in as a divider. They are heavy-duty extruded aluminum dividers. They didn't mess around when they built these. So as you're going down the highway, you're going to notice that as you go over bumps and potholes, it's really hard on these dividers to always ride like this. So they are adjustable, so if you do ever have any sagging or anything like that, our techs can easily adjust them, or if you are brave, you can adjust them yourself. They're not too hard to do. We did a stud divider on this first stall. So even though you don't have an escape door, if you have a horse that's a little nasty, you want to keep separated from the other ones, the stud divider is really nice. You don't necessarily have to have a stud in order to use the stud divider. It's also really nice for extra storage. If you need to throw some hay or anything up in that first stall, it keeps it away from your horses, keeps it out of the rain out of the back of your truck, but also it's not going to slide back. You don't have to worry about it messing with your horses. The rest are these partial. You've got nice heavy-duty padding on these. These Logan pads actually hold up pretty well. I know that sometimes pads are just one more thing for horses to eat on, but they actually do hold up pretty well. And if you've got any grays or palominos or light colored horses, everybody knows that those poor horses, the aluminum will rub on them, and so you got to give them a bath when you get to your show or your next place, because otherwise they'll have little gray marks on them. This last divider is telescoping, so you've got the ability to clip them all back if you need to. Say you need to haul some furniture or some mares and foals. It's really easy to accomplish, and then they just sit nice and back once you open them back up. There's some padding behind those latches so that it's going to kind of absorb some of that movement, keep it a little quieter for your horses as they're traveling. That's our main goal on these trailers, is to make them as comfortable for the horses as possible. So I think they did a really good job on this trailer to make it really horse safe and comfortable. All right, so over on this side, we get our fancy drop-down windows. Everybody really likes Logan's drop-down windows. They're huge, they're nice and framed in. You've got these jail bars, which are movable. These screens people go crazy over. It's just nice to be able to run with it down and have your horses protected from any rocks or bugs that fly up. One of the reasons people really love them, though, is if you're a little bit shorter, you don't have to reach all the way up here or struggle. This little bar goes down quite a ways, and it's really easy to just pull it down and open these up. You've got nice little pop sockets back here for those drop downs to ride in, so you can give them lots of ventilation without having to worry about these drop downs flapping up in the rain or in the wind. So once again, here's the other side of your mid-tack. Just so nice that if you wanted to, you can tack on both sides of the trailer without having to walk all your stuff around. This right here, I'm really glad that she left this on this trailer. This is a drive-up jack, so on these tandem trailers, you can actually just drive up onto this jack and change any flats or anything like that without having to get some sort of jack to jack it up. So keep this on your trailer. Hopefully you'll never have to use it, but you'll be really glad you have it if you do. Got brush boxes on the doors of these trailers. It's just really nice to throw your grab and go items without having to worry about them getting all over your carpet, like if you've got shampoos or anything. Sometimes if you go up and down in elevation, the pressure will make them kind of ooze. So it's nice to have something that's contained and easy to clean for all of those items. Right here, you do have your shore your place for your shore cord. So when I was talking earlier about if you want to run the AC or any of the outlets, you've got that option right there to plug in to either a generator or 30 amp power and be able to run your trailer and kind of simulate an LQ trailer without having to dump gray and black tanks. So for those of you that are looking for a really nice little show trailer, or maybe you want a nice little trail trailer that you can take up into the mountains and not have to worry about setting up a tent, this is a great option. You've gotten the benefit of somebody has used it, taken the depreciation out of it, but they didn't use it hard. It was well maintained. We've run it through our shop again, so it's gotten our secondary stamp of approval. If you guys have any questions on this one is available. You can go to our website, transwest.com. You can search the stock number 5U210429. If you don't want to jump through those hoops, I'd be more than happy to talk to you about this trailer. My contact information, I'm Callie Say. You can reach me at 970-309-6368, or if you want to email me, my email is below. Love to answer any questions you guys have. I hope that somebody takes this trailer home and very soon and puts it to good use. So thanks for tuning in. Have a great day.